almost 12 hours of waiting, and there's the red text. Look, it definitely says update 17 is coming in 5 minutes. Yay! I'm so tired right now. First thing you'll be hit with is this. It's a huge thank you from DE and the Warframe team, and that is a beating thing. And this is basically kind of just to tell you there's been, as it says, a radical new movement system and juicy ass surprises. Actually explains everything. You've got the alternate fire mode as well for weapons, which has been introduced, which is for things like the quanta and the penta. So when you aim, you can actually shoot while aiming now. And according to this, it's on the mouse wheel. The middle wheel. That's not bad. Then this is highly actually recommended. It does say recommended. There's an advanced movement tutorial. This is Parkour 2.0, which is what this whole thing is about. All you do is when you first log in, come here, click it, and you'll be able to do it. Or you'd probably just hit play tutorial at the bottom. Once done with all that, actually into the echoes of the Sentient update. I've got to remember to do that. So, first off, new weapons. Yes, there is some. There is the Sandana pack, which it's supposed to be 2 Sandanas, but that looks like it's 4. So the Harpic is a primary weapon. That actually looks pretty nice. The Cool Star is a secondary weapon. This thing is basically a, as it says, cluster rocket launcher. It's the Augustus? No? Augustum? I forgot the name of it. The hand cannon that fires rockets. It's that, but it fires clusters. This thing, it's a harpoon gun. There is, of course, I don't know why the Buzzlock has returned, another sword and board weapon. This time it's an axe and a shield, Grineer based. This whole update is heavy on the Grineer updates, because as you can see, this is Grineer based, and that looks absolutely amazing as well. I like the whole, when you pull it out, the axe comes from inside of it. I don't know if it works the same as it did before, where it's, yeah, it is, it's on your arm, and then when you pull it out, the shield's going to expand. There is an Arcwing weapon. This thing, I've seen footage of this firing, yeah, there it is, explosive shells. This thing fires explosive rounds, and with this update having the new tile set in for Uranus, that is underwater, that is going to include the Sharkwing preview, which we will get to in a second, or a minute or two, which means you will need Arcwing a lot more this time, because it's going to work underwater. This thing does look like it's going to be useful, but 175 platinum is a lot. Unless you really do use kubrow a lot, this is not worth it, not at that price. Then there is the kubrow armor. That actually does look really, really nice. What? How much? It doesn't do anything. It's a decorative armor set. And this is a Horus kubrow. This is actually my kubrow that it's put the armor on. I don't have her equipped at the minute, but it's, oh, I like that. It's got the little horn at the front, but it kind of gives it the downwards nose. I don't know, I kind of like the armor on the back from this one, but the armor on the front from this one. Actually, I like it all. I like them both. They do look really nice. I want them both. I like the fact it's actually showing it as well, rather than just, you can actually rotate it around and have a look at it, rather than it just showing a stock picture from that angle, and that would be it. That's a really nice touch. Not to mention as well, they've changed the options menu. If you come in, this whole thing seems to have changed. The amount of noggles you can actually have placed as well has been increased. Is this being used yet? Oh, one day they'll update and it'll come over to this terminal and it will be activated. I cannot wait for that. Then, when it comes to the new stuff, not only that, you also have a new colour set for the kubrow. This is just what's on the main page, and of course, finally... No! You did... Oh no! The twin Grakata has arrived. The problem is, it's a secondary, not a primary. This was... I was really hoping this was going to be a primary. This means you're going to run around with your primary on your back and 2 of these on your hips. I'm really looking forward to trying this thing out, because I want that right now. I really do. The blueprint for the new secondary weapon is in fact in here, and it's going to require a Kraken, 2 Tellurium, 4800. That's actually pretty cheap. Not only that, but more importantly, the twin Grakata blueprint is in here, and it requires 2 built Grakatas and a former. Luckily, if I actually come back out of here, where is the Grakata? The Grakata will be under the primaries, and you can see I've got 2 blueprints. I preempted this. I was going to build them, but I thought, well, we'll see if it actually uses them before I set it off. More importantly though, the new primary weapon blueprint is also in the marketplace, and is the Arcwing. I'm doing this without actually... Nope, the Arcwing does not seem to be here. What was it called? The melee weapon? Please be in here. That would be... I've got to remember to look at the name of these things. Oh no, didn't... Yeah, that's not in here. The new Arcwing blueprint is not in here, unfortunately, which means it's probably inside of the dojo. Inside of the codex, there is this in the bottom left, oddities, and it comes up with that, which looks kind of kubrow-ish, if the kubrow was maybe a cat. Spoilers? Should also mention, while I'm at this terminal, there is in fact a new quest with this. Obviously, it is the Sentient quest. And the reason it is not actually showing up yet is it has been delayed, but we're talking a very, very short delay. They are now going to fix that. They postponed it to get the update out, and now the update's out, they will be working on that, and that will probably come very quickly. Both the Arcwing weapon and the sword and board thing are inside of this, which is the Grenier lab. It's the chemical lab, if you remember it being that. I really do wish I knew what this weapon was. Somebody told us what it was once, and I cannot remember. But it has been here since this lab was created, and I have always wondered what that is. Was that a teaser for a weapon that didn't come out, or is that the Ignis with something weird on the end of it? Anyway, they are both inside of here, and they are actually pretty expensive to research. I like the fact that there is an Arcwing logo for Arcwing weapons now. That is something that this was missing. But obviously at the same time they are both in here. This is for a mountain clan, what it actually requires here. And it is pretty heavy on the Oxium just for the research here. You have to complete that, and then it'll take 3 days to research. The Arc and Brunt are also in here, which is nice they're in the same one. I actually tested the other labs before this one. It did not occur to me that this was a Grenier update. I should have checked the Grenier lab first. Do like the fact that module will put seriously ill kubrows. That's ones that before this runs out, which is basically their health, when that runs dry, or the loyalty runs dry, they die off. Well, before that happens, they're actually automatically put back into their stasis thing, which is here and comes up. There it is, reserved for obviously whichever kubrow you have. Now, the other thing is there is a new kubrow type, Cheshire kubrow, I think it was called, and what it will do is basically his job. It will pick up items, but it's also apparently going to do other things. Which, it actually, I was reading this in the release note here, and it says, oh, damn it, I've lost it again. There it is. It gives a helping paw in carrying their valuable resources. The previous descriptions have all been that it's basically going to be a retrieval one, which is carrier. There are new maps in the Conclave over here, which do look pretty nice. I will admit that one. I would jump in and show it, but every time I go in there I get completely annihilated. Then there is this whole new tile set here. This has, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 new enemies in this, which are obviously, because this is a new tile set, this is the underwater tile set. Some of these you may already have scanned because it did pop up during the Tube Men of Rigor event, which was pretty nice. This also... I'm trying to remember how many mods it was, but there is a huge list of new mods. A lot of them do look really nice. Firewalker is probably the one that to me looks the best because it increases parkour velocity. There is also Lightning Dash, which a lot of these actually do exactly the same thing, but they've just got really cool name. But there was one that DE actually showed off that I cannot find the picture for, which is kind of weird. There's also Final Harbinger, which is the sword and shield stance. That's a new stance that has been added. The mobile defense has had a lot of changes to it. More defendable console locations, so it's not fixed to the same ones. I'm not sure if that's for the tile set or for all tile sets, which is one thing that it doesn't verify there. The capture missions now have a single target with a longer escape route. Defense has also been tweaked, so it'll start with weaker enemies and then get stronger, which I thought was really weird because that's what it does anyway. The number of enemies spawning has been changed, and there's actually a lot of work gone into the defense stuff. Frost has been reworked. That's actually Frost Prime there. You can tell by the golden bits here and there and the artwork on the back. He's been reworked. I will get into that in another video, unfortunately, because this is getting on. The biggies are his shield, Snow Globe, no longer has a duration. Casting a fourth one will destroy its oldest one, and they've almost doubled his armor. He now has 300 armor. Take that, Rhino users. Or at least you would think, but no. Frost Prime has 25 extra shields, and Rhino Prime has 275 armor. He has been given nearly 100 extra armor to kind of coincide with the fact that Frost has been given an armor buff. That is over his normal alternative 190. So Rhino Prime has in fact been buffed as well, which means Frost Prime's 300 armor pretty meaningless. Normal Frost also has 300 armor, so the only difference between the two is Frost Prime's going to have extra shields and has that pattern on his back, which is the only reason I wanted him in the first place. But we will get back to him later. Nyx Prime's shields have also been increased from 100 to 125. Her armor has been increased from 15 to 50. Sorry, what? Hang on. Did I just... Somebody correct me on this, but isn't Nyx Prime... Didn't she have 50 armor to begin with when she first came out? Because normal Nyx had 15, Nyx Prime had 50. So why is it being increased to 50 if it was 50 to begin with? Did I miss something here? Ember Prime air shields have been increased from 100 to 125, and Mag Prime has been health increased from 75 to 100. These are unexpected changes that kind of just came in and went, ooh, look at us. The Supra, which is in amongst this long ass list of everything, there it is, has been reworked. This thing is actually looking really nice. Not what I wanted to do. When I had a quick look at the stats earlier, Ordus has also been moved to the right, so he's not in the way, unless you're trying to look at weapons, and then he's in the way again. The fire rate's higher, the reload speed is lower. Wait, I can actually, yep. Buff the reload speed by 3 seconds, increase the ammo to 1080 in total. The magazine capacity is 180. The damage per shot has been increased from 35 to 45. That's a combination of those three numbers. And it does, it really does look like it is going to be a really nice weapon now. There is, of course, as well this, which is a new utility slot, which will retake any of these mods. Obviously, enemy sense, heavy impact, maglev, thief's wit, intruder, rush, thief's wit, retribution, warm coat, shock absorbers, sure-footed, aviator. If you have it, I have to admit, there are not a lot of people who have that, because that people overlook this mod. This was an event mod that came out that I don't think has been added to the game since. That basically, while you're in the air, you will take 20% less damage. So that, out of all of these, is going to be one of the most useful. But that, they may as well have just named the rush slot. It's unlocked doing the quest that is to come, and will come really soon. Or you can just buy it using 20 platinum. I would recommend doing the quest though, because the quest would probably unlock it on everybody. Buying it, I have no idea, that might only work on Warframe. I have not found anybody who's actually paid to do it yet. Everyone's waiting for the quest. Not to forget, they have increased all damage to shotguns, all shotguns, not just there's one that just happened to be there. Apparently though, from what I've been reading, the bow has not been buffed. That would be the normal bow, and the only way to actually get that is to buy the Rhino pack from the marketplace, because that is one of the first weapons that got completely removed from the game. So buffing that is pretty hard to do, but some shotguns have been given improvements to reload speed, some have been given improvements to projectile speed, and to be honest, all of them look pretty nice. But I will cover that in a different video again, because I'm in the process of working on that, which is going to be the easiest way to show the spread, because that uses shotgun mods. And I don't know if they... Okay, since when the hell did the Dracoon do 720 slash damage? Am I saying things, or has it always been that good? And of course there is the new Warframe, which she actually splits. There's the dark side, where they'll turn black. I don't know if it's a she or a he, I should put that out there. That's the combined form, and then there is another one which is called the day one, which is basically all white. Where is it? Oh, I thought it was going to swap over there. There it is. And their loadouts can be different to each one. It looks pretty cool, and I'm hearing it actually drops, or this Warframe drops from the new Rigor fight, which leads everybody to the question of, where is Ash? And then, of course, there is the Rigor fight here, which is actually quite an interesting rework to what was the easiest boss to kill. I actually demonstrated this once by killing him with half a magazine. Well, my Bratton holds 75 rounds. I had over 50 left, so it's a third of a round, or a third of a magazine, to actually start shooting at him, kill him, and move on. Which, yeah, that's not doable anymore. He has had his boss completely redone, because obviously there is the whole Uranus tilesets expansion, which does look, the Arcwing underwater stuff looks really nice, but all in all, this is one huge update. And even the new mods that are designed for the utility slot there are Traveller, Firewalker, Lightning Dash, Ice Sprint, Toxic Flight. Yeah, most of these are actually Parkour 2.0 stamina based stuff. Also, should mention before I end this, stamina's gone. Yes, goodbye stamina. Not going to miss that, because using a frost all the time, I'm used to running out and watching everybody running away as I'm jogging along, trying to let my stamina rebuild so I can continue running. So yeah, seeing that go is pretty huge. But anyway, this has been quite a long one, so thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.